Hello Navigators, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tiffany Day and this is Navigating YouTube, where I help lifestyle creators build their audience, influence, and income on YouTube. But today we are going to be diving into something that I feel is ultimately super important, and I've been hearing you guys specifically say you need this video. Maybe you haven't said like, Tiffany, I need this video, but I've been hearing the conversations, and first off, I want you to say I relate to you. And this is about comparison, motivation, right? Lack of wanting to continue on with your YouTube channel. And I get it. I know that bigger channels have definitely made videos like this of how to stay like motivated as a smaller creator, how to like not compare yourself as a smaller creator. And I definitely still consider myself a small creator. And I know for me, it gets hard to really relate to those people who aren't still in the small creator bubble. Although they may have had these feelings, as you start to grow your YouTube channel or your creator business, you start to cross into different motivation needs, different mindsets, different problems, right? It's not saying you get to a certain milestone and everything disappears, but the relatability starts to change because you're now entering into a new zone. So the tips that may work for bigger channels who may have a team or may not have a team, but you know, they're making consistent money and you're kind of just sitting there like, okay, cool, your last video got 10,000 views, mine got 10 views, right? Like, it gets a little bit hard. So I wanted to be super transparent with you and just kind of chat today and show you, number one, this is what my stats look like. And you can see they've steadily gone down since like October. That's kind of because of what else I do behind the scenes. That doesn't give me the ability to dive into my YouTube channel the way I would like to and dedicate all of my energy into it. At times when I look at that and I'm like, I wish I had more time in the day, because that channel over there and me started at the same time and they're almost at like 50,000 subscribers already. Or that person just uploaded a video that I just uploaded and they have like 10 times more views than me. Everyone goes through that. But the number one thing, and this is like tip number one on the whole motivation factor, is I have to stop myself and remember what my why was. It's not like I can give you tips on how never to not be motivated again, or how to never doubt yourself, or how to never compare yourself. Those are normal human traits. And basically what you're asking me is, how do you make me less human? And I'm not going to do that. We can't do that. But we don't want to stay there. The first way you want to not live in that negative mindset, the limiting beliefs, the doubt, the lack of motivation, the comparison, is to always think back on your why. So for me, when I'm like, man, I really wish I could put more energy into my YouTube channel, like my videos, like views have gone down because I'm not being as consistent as I was before, right? Because I'm doing all this other behind the scenes work. That behind the scenes work is getting me closer to my goals, and it ultimately fuels my why more than creating a YouTube video and trying to reach 100,000 subscribers on that video. You can't deposit subscribers and you can't deposit views. And I know a lot of people will be like, well, I'm not doing it for money. That's amazing. I know not everybody is, and I'm not saying that like it has to be fueled for money. But if doing this full time, and you have to really like, it's okay to say you want money from your content creator business. Like, it's a job, right? And so yes, you can make like money on YouTube and stuff, but it takes a lot more energy and effort to make $100 through AdSense than it does to land a brand sponsorship or like sell your own products. I'm just gonna put that out there. But anywho, going back to my why. So the stuff that I do behind the scenes really helps fuel my why. And my why personally, and the reason why I do this, is because I want to create a lifestyle for myself and my family where I never have to pay someone else to raise my children, so I can go build someone else's dreams. So when I start to get unmotivated and think like I'm gonna quit, YouTube's not for me, I just like need to stop doing that, I always go back to my why and I say, okay, you can let this fester and build up and stay unmotivated and not work, right? And go work for somebody else and not reach your why, or you can throw yourself a pity party really quick, get over it, and get back to work. Like, that's how big your why needs to be. If your why right now is attached to what I call KPIs, which a lot of people call KPIs, which are your vanity metrics, which are your subscribers, your view counts, all of that stuff. If your why is connected to that, you need to disconnect the two. Your KPI and your whys are two different things. Your KPIs are key performance indicators, and this just allows you to see how well of a job you did as a content creator from your last video and what you need to do to improve your next video. So if you got low views, don't attach that to an emotional why of nobody likes me, I suck, I need to quit. That's not it. You got low views because maybe your CTR was 1.2%, which is super low. Maybe you need to package your thumbnail a little bit better so people want to click on your video. Those are things that you can shift, and it has nothing to do with you personally as a content creator. And your why is an emotional driving factor of why you continue to do what you do, why you continue to wake up every day and work with brands or make videos. We can't ever not be unmotivated, but when you get there, you don't live there for too long because your why is gonna pull you out super fast. And this, of course, brings me to the next thing that I always like to do is really look back and look at your content strategy and see, is it balanced? And not just balanced to obviously grow your channel, but is it balanced for you and your goals? Some videos are just not meant to go viral, and not enough people say that. There are some videos that are literally meant to only get a couple of views because they're for a very, very, very specific reason. For example, if I was to upload a video to help drive sales into my YouTube Influencer Academy, I know that video is not gonna go viral. That video is for a very specific audience that I feel would need to see this in order to come into the YouTube Influencer Academy, because my academy is not for everybody. So if you have your content strategy and you're focusing too much on just the micro niche and not enough of like everything else, it's gonna throw everything off balance. And then you're gonna go back into that comparison mindset because you're like, well, why are they reaching the views that I can't and we do the same videos? So I highly recommend, when it comes to your content strategy, making videos that attract new viewers. And those are gonna be like those highly trending videos. Those are gonna be obviously those evergreen videos that people are constantly looking for, right? What are those things that you can put out there that's gonna attract a wider audience? And then what are those videos that you can make that's going to keep your existing audience happy? Those are the people that have already subscribed to your channel, right? Now we want to build a deeper connection with those people. We want to make content that we know they enjoy. We want to make content that makes them feel connected to us and related to us, right? And then what are those videos that you need to create just for yourself? They have no attachment to how many views, right? You're just making this because you are a very creative person, you have passions, and you just need to post this video and not care if it goes viral or how many views it gets. And I promise you, when you start doing things just for yourself on your channel, you're gonna feel so much better with your business and with yourself and with your channel, because you know everything you're making has a purpose and you're still keeping the fun in it. Not every video needs to go viral. Not every video needs to get new subscribers. Some videos can just be for you, just because you wanted to do it and it's fun for you and you need to keep that spark alive. If not, then you can't go back to your why and you're just gonna live in that like limiting belief pool, and nobody wants to live there. Now, of course, when you're creating your content strategy, right, it's an open platform. YouTube, there's nothing we can really do on YouTube to stop people from seeing our videos, because you don't even need to be logged in to see YouTube videos, which means anyone can leave a comment on your channel. Now, of course, you can use the spam filter in your channel settings. So if you don't have that turned on, I highly recommend going into there. I use the website, it's like 100 block words list or something like that. And so you could just copy that list, put it into there, and it basically gets rid of any profanity, derogatory terms, racial issues, things like that. Anytime somebody says anything that's on those block word lists, it goes automatically to your spam or to your junk. Like, it won't even post on your channel. So I highly recommend, one, using that to kind of protect your space, but also understand, like, every comment is basically feedback, and some feedback you need to proceed with caution. Not everything that is posted needs to be taken 1000% seriously, such as how you should be making your videos, what music you should be creating, things like that that are kind of like producer director type of thing, like your audience is directing you in a certain way. Make sure you're listening to them, you're taking in the feedback, but you're also not trying to change everything you do for every single comment. Because at the end of the day, you cannot please everyone, and everyone's gonna have a different opinion on how you should do something. So if you listen to everybody, right, that could be very unmotivating, because you're like, well, I just listened to this person, they said they wanted this, I did this, and now they're not even like here to watch it. Or this person now doesn't like the change I made, so now I need to change it for this person. And it's gonna get exhausting doing that. So just make sure to take in the feedback and say thank you for your feedback, thank them, I'll put that on my list, or I will consider that for next time. And then if you start to notice that everyone's asking for the same thing, then you can say, okay, maybe it's time to do this. But if it's just one person, it is not enough unless it's like, hey, your music was way too loud in the beginning, right? Something like that. Then I'm like, okay, maybe I should drop that music down. But if it's like one person asking for something random, don't feel like you have to jump through all these hoops to try to please everyone, because at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to. And speaking of delete, mutes, and unfollows, definitely take time to curate your feeds and unfollow anybody who just does not bring you joy. And I know that sounds very like in the KonMari method, but sometimes you need a KonMari in your life. And I know this, like I heard the same thing, like if you're in a certain industry or in a certain niche, you need to follow all of these people in the niche, right? And usually it's like the top creators in that niche. That's not true. Following those people are not going to really do anything for you. You can easily do research without following them, right? And the only thing it is going to do is when you feel in a rut, it's going to feed that comparison. So in order to stop yourself from comparing, feel free to just temporarily or permanently or whatever you want to do, unfollow. And that brings me to tip number 5, which is take breaks. Other people feel like you run a social media business, which means that you need to be on social media 24/7. And the truth is, being on social media 24/7 is not going to help you grow your channel any faster or any slower if you took breaks. It is okay to take breaks. And a lot of the times, especially when you feel in this rut and you're unmotivated and you're comparing yourself to other people and you're thinking about giving up, you need to take a break. Put in days where I'm gonna take these days off. If it's not the weekend, great, it's the weekend. If it's a random like Tuesday, Friday, cool, Tuesday and Friday. Also, every single day you should dedicate time where you unplug. Don't wake up and grab your phone and go on social media right away and then like go to bed with social media in your hand. Have designated areas to where like this is my work time and this is my leisure time. Again, this is actually going to help you because when your brain is in overload or overdrive mode, it can't do anything for you. There's going to be a lack of creativity. It's not going to be able to really help you. And so you need to make sure that you're giving your brain enough time to recharge and get those creative juices flowing. Go take a walk if you like nature, go on a trip with your friends or your family, right? Just spend time with people that you love and enjoy doing, and then come back to it. At the end of the day, you just have to remember that you cannot stop yourself from ever feeling bad or in a rut or comparing yourself or a lack of motivation. Those are totally human traits. You just don't want to live there for too long. So give yourself time to feel all your feelings, right? And then remember what your why is and get back to work. So this way you can reach your ultimate goals, which I would actually love to know what your whys are and like why you started YouTube, why you want this to work. Like if this doesn't work, what does that mean for you? And again, if you are new and you want more creator tips, you can go ahead and check out this video next. Now get out there, make some content, and let's grow together.